Darius here back here for another video, and this time I am here with my review for Sinners. I just got back from seeing Sinners. This, of course, Ryan Coogler's latest film, and I have to say, just off jump, he still has not missed. Ryan Coogler has not missed. I know there's plenty of people who didn't like Wakanda Forever. Okay, there's certain people, especially like black community, didn't really appreciate, for whatever reason, how they handled the T'Challa not recast, the fact that he didn't get recast and how they handled that story and whatnot. But I feel like that was sort of like a Marvel thing where they're just like, hey, we're not going to do it. And maybe Ryan, I forgot if Ryan said he didn't want to do it either, but like there was a lot going on with that movie. I still love that movie, by the way. So I don't consider that a miss, but some people might. For me, he has yet to miss. And Sinners is, I will say this, I think, because I think this is his second weekend right now. I didn't get a chance to see it last week, but it's been hyped to holy hell. A lot of people talking about it, calling it, so my God, it's mind-blowing, amazing, and this, that, and the other. And I walked away from it just sort of feeling, it was pretty good. It was damn good. It's like the greatest movie of all time? No. Is it the greatest movie I've ever seen, like the past even 5 years? No. But it's still really good. It, of course, is his first horror, you could say, flick, although like the horror elements, like it's not like jump scare horror. There's not a whole lot of that. It's a whole lot of like tension being built, and yeah, there's gore and stuff in here because it's a vampire movie, right? It's about vampires, although it's really not about vampires. Think about it, like it's about a celebration of music. Like music is a heavy focus of the film, and the music, by the way, Ludwig Göransson, who did the music for like the Black Panther films and the Creed movies. I think all of them, including the ones that Coogler didn't do, which I think he only didn't do the third one. He did 1 and 2. But Ludwig Göransson, proving time and time again, this man is forever invited to the cookout. Okay, he got invited to the cookout with Black Panther, but this like historically, if he goes back in time, he's still invited to the cookout because it was so great. Like the blues music, infused in. They had some blues music infused with sort of like modern stuff at points as well to sort of show and tell you, right, like, music from back then obviously influences a lot of what we do now, and it's a celebration of that, celebration of the culture, and it just happens to also be about blood-sucking vampires. The film itself stars Michael B. Jordan, of course, as these two twin brothers. I think we're in the 30s here. They're kind of like these con men, these what do you call them? Swindlers, whatever. Like they used to work for Capone up in Chicago, then they came down back south. Throw this get together, this big juke, as they call it, and then vampires arrive. I want to give a big shout out to Michael B. Jordan for playing both characters, playing these twins, and making them feel different without being over the top in either way. Because sometimes you might see in like movies where there's twins and they're played by the same actor, where to really make them feel different, the actor might overcompensate in terms of the personality of one of them to make it clear, make it really obvious that, like, yes, this is a very different twin, this is a very different personality than this one. This is how you distinguish them. But in this movie, Michael B. Jordan doesn't do that. I mean, obviously, I think there's Smoke and Stack. There's Smokestack twins. Smoke is a little more serious. He's got a little bit of a temper, really quick to threaten you. And while Stack is much more of the eccentric, charismatic, I don't want to even say funny guy, but like he's got the more magnetic personality, let's say. And I think Michael B. Jordan does a good job at playing both of them and making them feel different without doing too much. The movie is a slow burn when in terms of getting to the vampire stuff. Like, it takes its time, really sets up the characters, makes you understand who these characters are, what the relationships are between them, and makes you care about the characters before all the vampire stuff comes in and people start dying. And when the vampire stuff does actually kick in, it is really good. It is really creepy. I had a lot of fun because my screening was predominantly black. It was a predominantly black screening, and I always tend to have fun with that, especially in these movies, directed by a black guy, with predominantly black cast and, themes regarding us and our history and all that stuff. But going to see any sort of horror movie or a thriller movie with a predominantly black crowd, it will be incredibly fun, especially a whole lot of nope moments, a whole lot of moments of no, like you just hear people just like, man, nah, you better run, nah. A lot of great fun moments like that. And I'm very interested, by the way, because given it's the 1930s and they're in the South, the N-word is slung around quite a bit, casually, not like, with any malice, but, it's what we do. And I know some of us don't like it, but it's what we do. Especially back then, it did a whole lot. It's so many times when it's said, everyone in the crowd just laughed and chuckled. And I really wonder how that plays in, like, the whitest crowds ever. Once the vampire stuff kicks in, it is very creepy, very tension-filled. And they don't feel like your generic vampires, because something that they focus on in terms of, like, their purpose, like why the vampire is coming after these people, it's very different than what you would see in your average vampire flick. Even if you're watching some like Angel or Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like, these vampires have a purpose. They're not just out to, murder people and, suck their blood or turn them or just whatever. Now, these vampires have a purpose, and they really lean on that purpose, especially in terms of using the vampire lore of, I don't know if I even want to say, because, like, it doesn't even show this much in the trailer or make this a focus. I'll put it this way. They focus on one aspect of vampire lore, and they use it to make you guess and think about, okay, is this person a vampire? All right. Is this person a vampire? Like, should we trust this person? And it's a repeated thing. And it's like, whenever it happens, you're just like, oh, ooh, don't, ooh, But it does have a connection to their overall purpose. And I think their overall purpose, their philosophy, you could say, really interesting, really different from what you would see in your average vampire story. There's one character, I believe his name is Preacher Boy, and I forgot the actor's name. I think the actor's name is Miles Catton. This is like his first movie, by the way, and he crushed it. I was just like, dude, because I remember seeing the credits. It was like introducing Miles Catton, and I think I remember seeing like that was that guy's name, and when he showed up, I'm just like, dude, this dude's really good. This is his first movie introducing, but his character is he's kind of like the heart and soul of the movie, very pivotal. He has a very pivotal role to play. And it's at a certain point with regards to him and the vampires in a certain scene where I sort of had the epiphany. I was just like, oh, that's one of the messages of this movie. Oh, it's like, there was definitely some stuff about cultural appropriation, about, a bunch of white vampires going after black people. A whole lot of allegories and messages in here. But it's not like force-fed down your throat. It's not like eye-rolling. It's just a thing that I noticed sort of halfway through. It's just like, huh, that's what you're saying. Oh, okay. And again, I could be wrong. Like, if I ever talked to Ryan Coogler, he'd be like, no, that's not what I intended at all. I'd be like, sorry? Cast in general crushes it. You got Haley Steinfeld in here. You got, there's like faces and people that I know. I could look their names up, but like, the lady who played the TVA agent, Hunter B-15. You guys remember her from Loki and Deadpool Wolverine and stuff. Like, she's in it. She's really good. I think the actress who played Bella Real in the Batman is in here, and she's real good. She's real good, and like they make you look at her and her beauty in certain ways you didn't think about when you were watching her in the Batman being a politician. Let's say I was just like, woo! I will say, if you never saw the second trailer, don't watch it now, obviously, if you haven't seen the movie already. But if you have seen the movie and you didn't watch the second trailer, or you don't remember it that much, go back and watch the second trailer, and then you will see how much the movie spoiled. I'm not even going to spoil anything in this review. Like, sometimes I do, like, spoiler or non-spoiler review. I don't even want to spoil anything. I don't even want to put that section out. I just want you to go and see it. That second trailer does spoil some major stuff, and I hate that I saw it. Because, like, it would have been some really good twists and surprises there, but even with those ruined for me, I still had a really good time. There are two post-credit scenes, sort of like a mid and post-credit. the mid, I say, is definitely more important than the post. But if you want to stick around for the post, you can still do that too. Um, yeah, man, I had a really good time. Really liked it. Really enjoyed it. I'm definitely gonna seek out the soundtrack because Ludwig once again put his foot in that thing. Score wise, I'd give this like an 8 out of 10. I don't think it's like a perfect movie. You know, one of the biggest negatives, like I didn't bring up any real negatives or criticisms. I think my biggest criticism is the blood, because there are times where like you have sort of practical looking blood, and the rest of the times it's kind of CGI blood, and it's kind of the way it's splatters and looks. I'm just like, oh, that doesn't look good. That does not look good. Like it doesn't even look like blood. So yeah, that's like my biggest criticism. And you know, blood I feel like is a very important part of vampire stuff. You gotta make that look good. And I don't think the blood most of the time looked particularly great, but it did not detract too much from my enjoyment of the movie. Solid 8 out of 10. Ryan Coogler does not miss. I think it got overhyped just a little bit for me, but still very enjoyed it. Still very much enjoyed it. And I'd say it's probably my second favorite Ryan Coogler film. I have to sit on that because like Creed was really good, but you know it's like Black Panther, this, and then Creed. I'd probably say is like my top three. But let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. If you have seen Sinners, drop your review, drop your thoughts in the comments, man. If you haven't seen it, what are you waiting for? Go see it, okay? Go support my man, Ryan Coogler, man. We'd love to see brothers in Hollywood making waves, being successful, okay? All right. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, man. All right, I'm trying to get to 900 subscribers. My next little sub goal, so help me out there. Hit the notification bell in case you haven't already, so that you don't miss any new uploads. And even if you have, actually, because I've kind of noticed that even if you have clicked it before, unclick it and click it again, because I feel like YouTube's not really showing a lot of my videos to a lot of my subscribers. So do that, man, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.